Now, it is my privilege and my pleasure to say, Happy November Sunday, beautiful people. I am Rev Vicky Jeter, your minister for Louisville Center for Spiritual Living. And we welcome you here on this Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. We welcome all paths to God. We welcome your challenges and your questions, because all paths of spirit, all areas of life, and all parts of ourselves are essential to a world that works for all beings. So whether you're here with us for the first time, or if you've been with us countless times, or if you're watching us on YouTube, we thank you for being with us, because you are why we're here. So now, take a breath, give yourself a moment to be welcomed, settle into your space, and check in to see what brought you to be with us today. Our shared intention today is to investigate how practices of forgiveness and gratitude work together to bring us to a place where we organically, naturally can feel grateful for everything. And of course, I'm sure everybody is aware, we yet have another opportunity to pray universally, pray globally for the people of the Caribbean who have been hit by Hurricane Melissa. And so as we take our time today, as we enjoy our communion and our safety and our celebration of coming into Thanksgiving month, all of that, we hold the doors and windows open of knowing that if we are one place where all of that is available to everyone. And on that note, I breathe in and receive the gift of life, and I exhale, releasing everything in the atmosphere of thank you, thank you, thank you, God, for the gift of life. Thank you for this incredible opportunity to experience autonomy when, in fact, all is one. And in this moment, I recognize that one both in essence and in form, omnipresent, omniscient intelligence, and omnipotent empowerment in, through, and as all that is. There is no other but the one by any name. And from this alignment in mind, heart, and soul, I open this time, I open my own being, and I open the opportunity for everyone within the sound of my voice to receive that which lifts us to the highest and best good for each individual and for Louisville Center for Spiritual Living collectively, and for the surrounding communities that we represent collectively, to embrace forgiveness and gratitude and the relationship between the two, and recognizing that as we align, as we take this experience into the level of belief that it can be now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God, for all of this and more. I release it, I let it be, and so it is. And this takes us into our opening song, Morning Prayer by Miss Karen Drucker.
I will surrender to my grace. greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
I love, love, love that song. And it certainly sings us into our mission and vision. The mission of Louisville Center for Spiritual Living is to teach personal transformation as a virtual community, living the principles of science of mind and celebrating all paths to God, which manifests our vision of a world that honors and respects all people. Now, we absolutely know that none of this is worth its salt if it doesn't change your life. So every week we offer declarations of principle and affirmations for you to keep with you in order to augment that process of putting the fourth tire on the pavement and making this manifest in your experience. So this week, our financial declaration of principles is abundant support. I do encourage you to say these with me. I believe that spirit always supports its own expression. Therefore, it must abundantly support its highest expression through me. And our application that applies to this particular topic today, it's a little unique. This is an image that I found, and this was so much fun because, say with me if you will, forget the mistake and remember the lesson. Now, some of you may be aware that our lovely Miss Tammy Evans has recently taken over Facebook. I know many of you who do frequent the LCSL Facebook page have been, tickled about that. She's doing a wonderful job. And when she saw this, she said, forget the mistake and remember the mission. And so it could be either one for those of you who are working on setting your daily mission or, focusing on the larger mission. Forget the mistakes and remember what it brought you to. And this then brings us to our practitioner of the week, Miss Katrina Darrow.
Thank you so much. So our reading and meditation is going to be a little bit different today. We're going to go ahead and start with a meditative song and then go into the inner healing experience as the reading. So Vernon, go ahead and please start the video.
It's all inside of you.
beautiful song is from our Karen Drucker, and the essence of what we want to remember today is as we let go of that which no longer serves us, real or imagined, we can move into a place of acceptance, of gratitude, and those things that are more likely to support our lives intentionally. So, for the healing journey meditation, universal love enfolds me, universal wisdom inspires me, universal spirit enlightens me, universal power encircles me. I am one, and all is well. As we begin the inner healing process, let me invite you to close your eyes and relax in quiet confidence, opening yourself to the miracle working higher power. Now symbolize the unity of your thinking and feeling nature by touching your chest with your right hand, and let my words act as your own for your own inner acceptance and receptivity. I acknowledge that there is a power, intelligence, and wisdom greater than my own. I am in the midst of it, and it is the midst of me, sensitive and responsive to every thought, word, action, and feeling. I now make this true for myself by saying aloud, I acknowledge. Repeat with me, I acknowledge. Acknowledging the higher power working through my life, I admit that I am personally responsible for solving my own problems while being guided and assisted by something greater than myself. As I am ready to surrender the conflicts of my ego to the wisdom of the infinite presence, I simply speak these words, I surrender. Repeat with me, I surrender. Knowing that forgiveness is the key to unconditional love and the kingdom of heaven, I now unconditionally forgive anyone and everyone who has ever injured me in any way, real or imagined. And I now forgive myself for all my mistaken judgments and their resulting actions. From my deepest level of understanding, now I say, I forgive. I forgive. Realizing that I continually experience the effects of my own thinking, I now choose to allow this higher power to recreate me deeply, filling my mind with thoughts that are only constructive, positive, loving, and beautiful. I call upon the divine inflow by stating aloud, I choose. I now center upon that one special idea that I'm willing to accept as real for me in this coming week, visualizing the idea as already acted upon and brought to pass. In seeing my idea become a fact of my experience, I enjoy the happiness and peace of my thought fulfilled, and gratefully speak these words, I accept. Knowing that I have an everlasting place in the midst of the power that sustains all creation, as well as the support of all of those around me, I allow myself to relax in the peace of fulfillment and gratitude and say, I release. Now I call to mind the face of someone who has touched my life in powerful, wonderful ways, a friend or family member, a teacher of mine, or someone who is not physically present here today. I turn towards that face in my mind's eye and say, I'm grateful for the good in your life. I'm grateful for the good in your life. I now lovingly open my eyes around me and turn joyously to the person next to me, sharing my gratitude and confidence with this statement. I'm grateful for the good in your life. I'm grateful for the good in all of your lives. And that was written by Dr. Jack Boland. And so it is. Amen. Our song for today and special music is Grateful by Empty Hands Music.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
All
is a
that
gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it
You're the
all.
blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward. Then start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all.
Every day I sit and pray, cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I feel and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
Wait, one more. This is for y'all.
All that I am.
All that I see,
All that I've been.
ever be,
It's a blessing.
it's so amazing.
I am glad for
Way too much fun. Um, just allow this wave to wash over you. Sometimes we get to this point, I'm just like, can't get better than this. So thank you all for being here to share this with me. The talk today, as you can see, is radical gratitude, radical forgiveness. And anytime that there is a term that either is not really well known or could be interpreted Lord knows how many ways, I like to start with looking at the definition of that term from various perspectives so that we can all start out on the same page as far as the foundation of what we're going to be talking about. And so what's up with radical? Especially today, radical has perhaps gotten a pretty bad name. But in fact, radical, as defined by the dictionary, is number one, relating to or affecting the fundamental nature of something, far-reaching or thorough, like completely. And then number two is radical is advocating for or based on something thorough or complete, such as in social justice or something like political policies, or could be anything really that is called for a type of total shift, something progressive, something moving something forward, kind of like the idea of taking the opportunity to get something unstuck. Okay, like we just have to do something radical, do something different, boom. That is the kind of radical that is meant here. So, most likely, you may remember, if you think about it, that several years ago, maybe a decade or two by now, there was a movement called Radical Forgiveness. And it was based on a book by a brilliant man named Colin Tipping. And it's one of those kind of things. I always love his name because that movement tipped the scales, really, as far as people figuring out that embracing forgiveness at depth was a thing. And so the process of radical forgiveness is still around, and we're not actually going to be embracing that today. We certainly could, but we're not going to be going there today. I just want to honor the origin of radical forgiveness, and I do want to start out with some of the foundations that come from that because it is so clear and so effective. Radical forgiveness is a transformative process of releasing resentment, anger, and the desire for revenge toward yourself or others. It involves an unconditional and unconscious decision to let go of past hurts, not by forgetting or condoning them or saying that's okay, but by choosing to respond with compassion and understanding for ourselves and for others, and by accepting that the past cannot be changed. No matter how much we revisit it, what our experience of the past was, the facts of it are what it was. As we heal, the way we perceive what happened in the past can change, and what we make of what's happened in our past can change. So to continue with the quote, key aspects of radical forgiveness include taking responsibility for our own emotions, forgiving ourselves and that whom we have experienced as being an offender, and seeing that every experience, even the most painful ones, can be an opportunity for spiritual growth and healing. And so the key pieces of radical forgiveness. And some of this will come through later in the presentation this morning. So I'm just going to name these. Unconditional release. It is a process of forgiving without expectation of apologies or change behavior from the other person. At the outset of hearing that could be like, well, how does that work? But it does. You just trust the process, and that might be something that comes up today, and it might be quite a ways down the road. Number 2, focusing on internal healing. The primary goal is inner peace and healing, not reconciliation of the facts of the past. Shifting perspectives involves moving from the victim mindset to one of personal empowerment, recognizing that events can be opportunities for learning and transformation, not just something that happened to you. And the spiritual component. Many approaches view every event, even the negative ones, as having a spiritual purpose in personal growth and evolution. And as we move toward living from the place of knowing that we're one with our source, this becomes increasingly our truth and not as easy to swallow, or pardon me, not as difficult to swallow. That was an interesting little twist within my own system there. I want to say that again. The spiritual component is many approaches view every event, even the negative ones, as having a spiritual purpose for personal growth and evolution. So now I want to offer you a story from my own life about the empowerment of recognizing that shifts can be radical. And the thing about this is, it doesn't have to be just about radical gratitude or radical forgiveness. Anywhere in your life where you've been sitting with something and you've tried various, approaches to it and poked it with a stick and things haven't changed, if you come up with the idea that it's possible to go radical and just do it, that will at times suffice. And then like removing kingpin from a log jam, you get to that one main thing and you shift it, and then everything else cuts loose. So my story of radical shift was actually when I was about 32 years old. This before I met Vernon, not too long before I met Vernon. And in fact, doing this, I believe, is part of what really brought me into alignment to where I was ready to have him come into my life. Because I was stuck in a few different ways. And I kept wanting to do certain things, and I'd come right up to the edge of doing them, and then I'd back off because I was like, well, if I do that, then what's going to happen over here, and what will these people think, and how will it change this over here? And I was trying to see how what I really wanted to do was going to have consequences in my life, and if those consequences didn't feel good to me, then I'd stop, and I'd be all worried about it. And an older woman than myself, she was actually in my AIDS care team. I was part of an AIDS care team at this time in my life, and there were a few older women there. And she sat me down and she said, Vicky, let me tell you one thing. I figured out after I turned 50 that it's not worth the worry. Whatever it is that we project our little worries on, particularly things that women tend to worry about, maybe she was coming from that perspective because we're both women. She's like, I figured out, man, it is absolutely not worth it. She said, after I turned 50, I quit worrying. And I'm sitting there at 32 and I'm going, really? You mean that's going to happen after I turn 50 just because of the wisdom that comes with it? She said, pretty much. And I was like, well, damn, let me just start doing that now. And I did it. And it was a practice. But as of that day, I woke up every day and told myself, I am no longer going to worry for the sake of worry itself. And I started doing the things that I really wanted to do without considering what the people around me might think about what I was doing or why I shouldn't be doing it. So the principle of radical is transferable into whatever area of life that it strikes you. And the thing about it is, you can try it. And if it's not time for there to be a radical shift, your system will tell you the parts that aren't quite ready to just say, I'll just do it. Then they're going to pop up within you. It won't be about other people. It'll be something within you that says, whoa, that was a little too far, too fast. And when that happens, then you slow down, because that's where more healing is called for. And so these kinds of things just kind of take into your own system and see where it lands. But if you know there are certain things that you're really ready to either have more gratitude and joy about, or less frustration, just try this on. We're going to watch a couple of videos that support this. And by the end of today, I think you'll have quite an idea of what we're talking about. So the thing is about the relationship between gratitude and forgiveness, it's like many people are saying now, like the song says, be grateful for everything. And that sounds so good, and it feels wonderful to sing it. And then we go out in the world and it's like, really? I'm supposed to be grateful for that? How do I get there? What is the thing, right? Well, those things that pop up that are not where we can't just effortlessly go to joy, you know, where the joy that we are as souls in our being doesn't rise because something is blocking it. Okay, those things, those are places where we could probably do some forgiveness work, because if you can imagine not having any of that static, then absolutely the joy that is actually what we are. Remember, peace, power, beauty, love, and joy, those spiritual elements that are actually what we are, those will emerge out of us organically when there isn't anything that is on a human level blocking it up. And so the first video that I want to show you is, I love Eckhart Tolle, and this is him speaking personally, and he is going to start out by honoring some of the challenges that our culture has around Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, because the family all gathers together, and there we are. So when this first opens, that's what he's addressing. Just imagine any challenges that you've had around family gathering for the holidays, and this is where Eckhart starts out. Go ahead, Renan.
For North Americans who celebrate Thanksgiving, you sit around the table and you basically, this is the past sitting around the table. Some people dreading it, Christmas too. Oh no, not because you're facing the living past. So it's a miraculous thing and again, one could say that is the real meaning of forgiveness. It's not so much a mental act, mental acrobatics. They say, okay, you've done dreadful things, but I'm so spiritual that I forgive you. I forgive you. At least I'm trying to. At least I'm trying. You're not even trying. Why do I always have to be the first? It's always the same. You're lost again. So, forgive you is not so much a mental, to formulate certain things in your mind and then trying to live up to a certain thought in your mind, which is very difficult, if not impossible. But the real forgiveness is to enter that state of presence so that you're not the a personality that's conditioned by the past, and then you can meet the person, and even the person who did something to you, if you choose to meet them. You don't have to meet a person who did bad things to you, but the question is, does that person still exist in you as a mind form, as a thought form, as a mental emotional entity? Does this person who did bad things to you still live in you? Even they might even have passed away already, but they live in you as a mental emotional entity that you carry. It's actually like a little gremlin that lives in you, and it's not pleasant. And so forgiveness means to recognize that for what it is. It's not really the other person anymore. The person maybe passed away 10 years ago. It's not the other person anymore. It's something you carry still in your mental emotional field. It lives there. And so that is, again, something to recognize. And if you recognize it as something that lives in your mental emotional field, then it's much easier to step back from it and by no longer getting drawn into it. So that's something to do with something that lives in you, and you recognize it as something that you no longer want or need, and then it gradually dissolves as you're no longer reacting against it. So you have you have a split in you. As long as it's there, there's that mental formation, mental emotional entity, and then there's another pattern in their mind that reacts against it. It's a bit crazy. But forgiveness then is really meeting the other, if the other is still there, and you're actually now meeting them in person without reference to the past. People with whom you have a grievance, people carry grievances, and they actually like their grievance. The ego loves grievances. People that 20 years ago did that to me, 30 years ago. Dreadful thing it did to me. Oh, God. The ego loves grievances, but as long as you carry even one grievance towards, and grievance is a long-standing resentment. Resentment could be short-lived, but grievance tends to be a very long thing, goes on and on. At least that's how I define it. The grievance goes on, and you carry it in your mind. And even just one surviving grievance in you can prevent you from fully accessing presence, from actually fully awakening. It's a dark spot in you that prevents consciousness from arising fully.
So, a couple points to notice here. We know what we focus on expands, and he's saying when we allow something that has impressed us as a wound, when we allow it to capture our attention over a long term, it gets more powerful and grows. And one of the things to realize about that is we can say we don't want to engage someone. We can say, I'm done. I'm not going there. I'm not going to go to family dinners anymore. Or the one that I always like to use is people that are dating, and then they get into a trouble and they say, oh, I'm not talking to that person anymore, and I'm going to call them up and tell them why, you know, because then you're re-engaging. And to stop and realize that we can physically not be in the room with somebody all day long, but if we are revisiting what happened over and over and over again, then you're still engaging that. You're still there at the level that it is generative and matters. And so the other thing that I wanted to point out here about where gratitude and forgiveness meet is, notice the word that he used, grievance. Okay, grievance and grief come from the same root word. Spirit doesn't waste anything. So if you have something that you have not been able to let go of and it has become a grievance, then that is a key to you, that you need to do some grieving about what happened. When we continue to go there, it's because there's a part of us going, hey man, I need to be validated. I need somebody to see what happened here, and I need to be able to tell you about it. And so it's not that we're just supposed to wipe that out. It's that we're supposed to find our way to really honoring what happened with compassion, get straight with ourselves, get clear, allow grief about that, and find out what more do I need to really be able to let that person go, or whatever it is, or there again, be able to go back into the room and sit with them without having it bring up everything that happened 10 years ago. And so I'm going to stop there because there's one other video that I really want you guys to see. Spirit brought us a pearl, you guys. This literally popped up for me, and I haven't looked up. This comes from Wayne Dyer, and I haven't looked up Wayne Dyer in I don't know how long. And this is just like a 90-second clip on radical well-being, and it is powerful. So Vernon, if you could play that for me.
There's not a reason in this world that all 1,000 people cannot make a decision to their own radical well-being. And if you just make that decision, the universe will help you to fulfill it. Remember Thoreau's definition of success. If you advance confidently in the direction of your own dreams and endeavor to live the life which you have imagined, you will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. Make a commitment right now to yourself that I'm going to live from a place of radical well-being. All you have to do is make that commitment, and then what you're doing is you're removing some of the corrosion that has existed from living at ordinary levels of consciousness. And once you are in that intention and you're living from that place, this universal consciousness will you'll start to align with it. And once you start aligning with it, it will recognize itself and offer you whatever it is that you need in order for you to fulfill that destiny that you signed up for. But if you're believing that it can't happen, or if you're believing that it's hard or that it's difficult and so on, it doesn't know anything about hard. It doesn't know anything about difficult or about it not happening. This universal consciousness just knows about being. It just knows about love, and it will send you the right people, the right events, the right circumstances. That's what I can see clearly now is really about.
As we find the courage, one day at a time, one moment at a time, to advance confidently in the direction of our dreams, Spirit will show us the way. Now, the thing that really struck me, besides the fact that that video popped up to begin with, is, I don't know if you all may be aware, but that fabulous quote from Henry David Thoreau. Well, Henry David Thoreau was a student of Emerson, and Ernest Holmes considered himself a student of Emerson too. And so it all circles back around. And this teaching, you all, is everywhere. It is in this room. It is when we walk out the door. It is in all of the places that are in strife right now. It is in Jamaica. It is in the places that are war-torn. If we determine every day to wake up and create our sense of radical foundation that says, never mind what I don't understand with my human cognition. My commitment is I am going to see these truths and expect that spirit will reflect back to us what it is that we actually do need to do and everything to bring the good into alignment. And so on that note, I offer us closing treatment. I know every single one of you could speak this treatment for yourselves, and I know that there would be parts in common and there would be parts that are unique. And so I trust that as spirit is expressing through each of us individually and collectively, that you know that spirit knows your truth being spoken. As I recognize one life, one love, one infinite creative presence of law that supports and sustains and emerges as all that is, with a profound thanksgiving paid forward for the opportunity to speak this word, for it is not that the word says anything to spirit. Speaking the word prepares me. Speaking the word prepares the way to be received in form from the essence that is always moving through. And so in this moment, I realize in my experience of everyone within the sound of my voice that the truth is manifest within each one of us and manifest within us collectively, extending out to all of those that we would in fact literally uplift in human terms if that were ours to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God, for all of this and more. I release it, I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much for each of you for your time, talents, treasures, and your contributions to the center. As you can see on the screen, we gratefully accept credit or debit cards, PayPal, Zelle, or you can mail in checks. And we'll go ahead and read our affirmation. November's Thanksgiving Prosperity Affirmation. Say it with me, please. Divine Spirit is the supernatural sower of all of life. I open my mind, my heart, and soul now to Spirit's supernatural harvest through me. And I'm going to go ahead and pass over to Vicky to bless the offering.
And in the atmosphere of blessing, thank you, thank you, thank you to each of the lights within the sound of my voice. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our little multiplying basket that as the fish and the loaves, as the giving is received, the giving is multiplied and given once again. So grateful for the process and for being in the classroom learning about it. I release it, I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is. Announcements. First Wednesday Spiritual Connection is November 5th from 7 to 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Bring your lists and stories of what you're most grateful for and your challenges with forgiveness. We will be reflecting on those together and supporting one another through this. Men's group is this Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's November 6th. Next week, our speaker is Reverend Vicky, and the topic is still on gratitude and forgiveness, but it's social acceptance versus state of being. Look forward to seeing each and every one of you. And on December 2nd is National Giving Day. It's a Tuesday where you have the opportunity to give to nonprofit organizations. And I'd like to remind you that the Louisville Center is a nonprofit. So if you'd like to go ahead and distribute your funds to our community, we would be so grateful. And our unexpected income initiative. I'm going to go ahead and turn that over to Reverend Vicky. such blessings of all of the income that has come in and support each of us.
Thank you, Katrina. This is, in fact, too much fun. You'll see that the date there, we had originally dedicated that officially this particular round of Unexpected Income Initiative would end on October 31st. And so within that last week, we had someone that received $85 of additional unexpected income, which took the funds received by you all to $995.50, just slightly below the $1,000 goal, which brought the tithe $8.50, took the total to the center to $9,233. And Vernon was like, people are probably going to notice that those don't exactly match at 10%. Well, at some point along the way, someone who had received some unexpected income, she was so excited, she just said, well, I'm just going to donate the whole thing. And so we have a little bit more on the LCSL having received side. Also, I want to let you know, we're going to change the dates on this slide. I've gotten quite a bit of feedback that a lot of people are enjoying the ongoing reminder about watching for unexpected income, because when you're tapped into that and when you spend some focus on it, it tends to, fuel that flow. And so we will be keeping this ongoing, just probably not with as much emphasis, just so everybody gets a little bit of a breather as well. But that'll do it for right now, Vernon. And so if you don't mind, Katrina, I'm just going to continue right ahead through this one. Likewise, people have also said it's helpful to know what our actual financial health is. We are celebrating October because we actually received $3,445.82 in October, which is 245 some over our general budget goal is $3,200 a month. And so we're starting for November, and just continue to know with me that what Spirit can do once, Spirit can do many, many times. And we hold this as true for each of you, being able to have all the income you could possibly desire, to then effortlessly, like being effortlessly in gratitude, effortlessly be able to offer your tithes and gifts. And so thank you, Vernon.
And please join us after the benediction for sharing time. And what I would like you all to remember in body and experience, remembering that we are magnificent. Our closing song is Gratitude by Karen Drucker.
So on this day when I think of my father and I see his face, all I feel is gratitude. So I give this song to him. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I say, Daddy, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I feel so grateful. Every day I say thank you, thank you, thank you, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Goes like this now. Gratitude before me, behind. Gratitude behind me, to the left. Gratitude to the left of me, to the right. Gratitude to the right of me, above me. Gratitude above me, below me. Gratitude below me, within me. Gratitude within, all around me. Gratitude all around. I'm so grateful to the people in your life. I'm so grateful. Then you just
over your heart for a second. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Just scan your life. Think about all that you're grateful for. See the faces of God in your life that are represented by kids or family members, people you work with, people in this church. Breathe it in. Let's sing it one more time. Gratitude before me, behind. Gratitude behind. All that was behind me, to the left. Gratitude to the left of me, to the right. Gratitude to the right of me, above me. Gratitude above me, below me. Gratitude below me, within me. Gratitude within, all around me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 So you know, Meister Eckhart said if the only prayer you say every day is thank you, that's enough. So start your day just saying, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this church. Grateful. I'm so grateful. Sing this with me. Just go. I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. Look around a little bit. I'm so grateful. Look around at these people and just go. I'm so grateful. This is your community here. I'm so grateful. Yes. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm so grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm so grateful, grateful. And I'm so grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm so grateful. Oh yes, I'm so grateful. Oh yes, I'm so grateful. Oh yes, I'm so every single day I'm gonna say I said I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
And now for our benediction of service. Say with me, if you choose, what great joy should accompany everything that we do, and expectancy, love. Love everything, praise everything, recognize all things, believe all things, accept all things. There is a laughter of God, let us laugh it. There is a song of the universe, let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise, let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty, there is a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it. Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes.